Hey guys, thanks for stopping by Casks-n-Que, or Whiskey and Barbecue Meat. I'm your host, Justin Lloyd. I have with me my good friend, Henry Turner.
Hello.
And today we're going to review Stagg. This is the 24A, the latest release for 2024, right?
That's right. Mm-hmm. All right, so this is the 2024 release, 24A. Stagg started a couple of years ago when they started actually putting a release number on the bottle instead of making their consumers track it just by the proof. So they had a 22A and B, and then they had a 23A, B, and C, which oddly enough, 23C was released, I think, in December of last year. And now they just released 24A, which is odd because it's middle of the year and its first release. We're not for sure if we're going to get a 24B or a 24C this year, but this is the 24A.
Now, you and I did a Stagg review, I don't know, a month or two ago. So this is going to be a little bit different than that one?
Yes, that was a store pick. And that was a hazmat store pick, so that proof was quite a bit higher. I have a look at the bottle here in a second, see what the proof is on this one. But yeah, this is just going to be the batch release they release for this particular period or quarter. Really not for sure how Buffalo Trace does it, but it's the 24A release of this particular Stagg. And it's no longer Stagg Junior, it's Stagg.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, let's give it a pour. Okay, so when we look at this one, this has got that typical, it looks like it's straight from the barrel. I mean, it's dark. It's got like a brown sugar kind of thing going on. What do you think, Henry?
This looks absolutely delicious, rich mahogany flavor. No, I'm just playing. No, it looks like a really nice color on there. I'd probably say not slightly as dark as the straight from the barrel, but a really good color on this one.
It's got some legs to it, good viscosity. So let's go ahead and nose it, taste it, and talk about it. Now, Henry, you about killed me with that hazmat Stagg that you brought over last time. So,
yeah, that was strong.
Tell me a little bit about the proof on this one. Did you already mention that?
So, I'm sorry, I got to revisit. It's 127.6 proof on this one. So, it's dialed back a little bit compared to that 141 that we had. So.
Okay. Man, that one, that punched me right in the mouth.
Oh, baby. Oh, that's the spot. Man, that's just really got more spice in there. Definitely has that Buffalo Trace grape.
Oh, big time.
That grape Kool-Aid coming through.
It reminds me, you remember the little sugar deal when you were a kid and it came with the packet and then you dip the stick of...
Pixie sticks.
No. You had to, it was a hard candy. It was almost like marmalade. Dipstick. There we go.
Yes,
That's what it smells like.
You're spot on. Grape dipstick.
Yeah.
A little bit of ginger on this one.
Oh! Did that just happen?
It did. Yeah, I was getting right in there. I was like, that's gingerbread.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that's delicious. That's a complex.
This is like Christmas.
Yes.
Is nutmeg in there? Is that...
A little bit like baking spices. All the wonderful things are in here. Fantastic batch of
The more it kind of opens up in the glass, like at first it felt kind of like it was a little tight, wound up. But the more get some air to it.
Yeah. Look here, on a side note, you ever accidentally nosed the whiskey and got some up your nose?
Oh yeah. I splashed some in my eye in another video. Whiskey in the eyeball.
Oh my goodness. All right, I'm ready to drink this thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah. This is all the things. So I was talking to another friend and explaining, people say front, mid, and back palate, right? There's another way that viewers can think about breaking that down. I say there's 15 seconds to 20 seconds in a tasting experience. The first 5 seconds to me is the front palate. Then the mid palate is the second 5 seconds. Then the finish is the last 5 seconds. So about 15, 20 seconds on the pour. And that was one of the things that I like about this one is some pours, some whiskeys, the front palate's kind of muted. Like it'll hit your palate and won't do anything. This one, as soon as it hits your palate, that flavor explosion comes across.
Well said.
Mm-hmm.
I can't get past the nose on this. Okay, so we talked about the nose, but let me go back.
Sweet vanilla on the front, that brown sugar, that ginger in the middle, that proof and that ginger linger on the back palate. That's what kind of finishes it off.
Yeah, that ginger stays for sure. There's a lot on the front palate. And I'm having to work my way through it. Like, I think you mentioned this one time before. This one will fight you a little bit.
Yeah. That's one thing I love about.
I'm having to like think about it and get through it.
That's one thing that I love about a good whiskey, especially when it's got the proof. And when you start to drink it, it's gonna really let you know, hey, you're not drinking just something that's gonna be a low proof. This is one made for somebody who can appreciate a high proof pour. That's exactly what Stagg does almost every time.
Man, there's like, this is gonna sound really stupid.
Go for it.
But it's like spicy, fruity pebbles.
Okay, now that's got me intrigued. Fruity pebbles.
I love fruity pebbles. It's the best cereal ever made. It's like someone took your Fruity Pebbles and put brown sugar and spices on it. And like,
I get the sweet extract you're going with the Fruity Pebbles. Mm-hmm. And definitely the spice on everything else, yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't get the Fruity Pebbles out of it though.
Yeah.
Because I don't know why, but Fruity Pebbles kind of makes me think, of course, I wouldn't eat raw Fruity Pebbles, it would be with milk. So I guess that's how
well, see, I'll do both. I do both. I've been known to go through a box of Fruity Pebbles without any milk.
Oh, man. So I've got to ask you, and we're going to put you on the spot here, Justin. You just, because of how we shot these videos, you just had straight from the barrel, and you just had this.
I know. That's the first thing I thought about, but I didn't want to bring it up.
So let's just put you on the spot right here, since we were talking about it on the last video. I mean,
I will say this. Look, here's the deal. We're talking about straight from the barrel blends.
Yeah.
Been a long day. The nose on Stagg to me is not as good as straight from the barrel.
I'll take that.
But this, I think is more complex, right? So I think you got a lot of things going on here. It's I've been drinking whiskey for a long time, and it's hard for me to pick this one apart. Mm-hmm. Because of the complexity. Straight from the barrel, I was able to name this, and this. It was a combination of things. But this one is more so. And I think at a higher, proof is lower on this one.
Yes.
So it's a different kind of awesome. Okay. Are you asking me to pick one over the other?
All right, look here. You don't have to right now. I'm just saying since we had them so close together, if you have to, that's your choice. But I just want to put it out there.
Okay. Super honest assessment. I'm still going to go with the straight from the barrel just by an edge. I mean, it's close. Okay. But there's something about that one that I just love.
Hey, that's just going to lead up to a blind taste-off in the future.
That's the only true measure, right? I mean, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, we've talked a lot. Let's go ahead and give this thing a score.
So I will talk a little about where I procured this particular bottle. I was lucky enough to go to Memphis and Germantown and Farmington had this in a bundle. The bundle wasn't bad. You had this bottle and an Elijah Craig store pick that was 122 proof, and the bundle was $160. And that's not bad because number one, you're getting Stagg, and number two, you're getting the store pick that's going to be pretty solid as well too. So price point on this one, if you can find it, and it seems like you do a little bit of hunting, develop a relationship, you can get some of these Stagg batches. They seem like they're being more plentiful and more frequent. So I'd say availability on this one, I'm going to put it at a 6.5. What's in the bottle on this one, compared to other Stagg batches, is not the best one that I've had, but it's really stinking good. 7.75, and then you know, the price point on it, honestly, for if you can get it for 99 to $100, buy it and back it up. So if you can get it for that, I put the price point on that. Anything under 100 on this, I put it at a 9. So this one to me, I'm gonna go 8.5. I feel pretty solid as a score on this bottle.
You said something that maybe changed my mind,
Yeah.
and it's the price.
Yeah.
And I hate to compare, this is a separate video, but I'm gonna do it anyway. The straight from the barrel Blantons that we had was MSRP
170, 180.
So this is a better buy.
More and easier to find, 10 times easier to find compared to straight from the barrel.
Totally off topic, but that changes things for me. I'm going to try to keep that separate from my score. So straight up on the score, I love that it's available. I love that it's punches you in the mouth and it makes you respect it. You know what I mean? It's like, MFer, you're not going to just down this and think that you're going to be okay. You got to respect this one. The value, just availability is great. Taste is phenomenal. The value is great. And so with that said, I got to go a 9 on this one.
All right, so one thing I want to definitely call out, we say the availability is good.
Well, compared
to, yeah, it's better now than it has been, especially in our state. But you're not going to walk into your store and find this on the shelf. If you are, you're a lucky person.
Yeah.
But it's more available than it has been in the past, and compared to other things, especially with having 2 to 3 releases a year, it's more available. But it's still going to be very hard to find. You're going to probably find this in an allocation release or something like that. But I've been lucky enough to know about some releases in stores in other markets and in our markets to be able to land a bottle like this. But I did not get this in our market. Had to travel a couple hours over to Memphis to get it.
Yeah. So you brought it, like I said, you changed my mind. With all that said, I think it's a better buy, and so it scores higher, right? So that's where I am. That's where you are. I don't know. That's all we got, I think. Henry, thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for having me as I'm swallowing some Stagg.
If you don't mind, go ahead and like, subscribe, smash the bell. Helps us out a lot. Share it. Tell your friends, family, coworkers, whatever. We'll see you next time.